3.5 years ago, I moved into a house that had a chicken coop, and in the chicken coop, we found a few abandoned cats. 2 years ago, we moved out of that house, and a few months ago, that house was listed for sale, and I have an update. The house has sold, and I want to tell y'all, oh my, I'm going to tell y'all why we're not going to pursue anything further with the house, but while I talk, we have Miss Ellie hanging out in here, who is very chatty, and we also have my Remy and my bestie's Remy is also here with me today. They're both named Remy. I know that's very confusing. If you didn't see the original Coop Kitty house where we found Coop, Roof, CJ, Sadie, Tio, Porch Weber, Legs, all of them, that house, sorry, the dogs are playing. An investor recently bought the house, renovated it, and put it for sale. A crazy thought went through my mind, and I thought, wouldn't it be awesome if our community pulled together and we bought the house so that we could use it for good, and we could use it as a rental, and the profits made from that would go strictly to rescue and helping animals in need. And wouldn't it be awesome if we turned it into a rental that could be available for people who have multiple pets like we did? There are not a lot of rental options for people like that, so we wanted to make it a pet-friendly short-term and or long-term rental. Keep the price fair. I think there's a lot of price gouging in the rental market, and rent to people who maybe don't have the best credit. All in all, the plan was to use it for good, and we as a community just have a really big sentimental attachment to that house. But as I said, the house sold. I was shocked because I had been keeping an eye on the listing and it had always said contingent. And our plan was to come in with a backup offer for if, and I really thought, and my agent thought, when that offer fell through. Evidently, it did not, and the house sold to whoever had the contingency on it. My agent and I were thinking of possibly making a cash offer to the buyer because she said, you know, if you knock on someone's door and you offer them $5,000 to $10,000, sometimes more than what they paid for it, they might walk. But we wanted to do some due diligence first and find out everything we could about the property because I hadn't even gotten to go in there to do an inspection yet. And here's what we found out, and this is ultimately why we're not going to pursue a cash offer to the buyer. I'm gonna throw some numbers at you, okay? The house was listed for $250,000. Our fundraising goal was $280,000, and that was because one, I figured we wouldn't get the full $280,000, and two, whatever we got over $250,000 would go to closing costs and fees. So that's why we had the goal of $280,000 for a house listed at $250,000. It is public record that the house sold for $252,000, so $2,000 over asking. The appraisal of the property is also public record. The lot and the building on the lot, so the house, only appraised at $199,000. It is also public information that the buyer mortgaged $252,000 to buy the property. So they bought it for $252,000, they mortgaged $252,000. In housing, that is what we call being underwater, when you owe more on a property than what the property is worth. I don't know why or how on earth they were able to mortgage over $50,000 more than what the property is worth, but what I do know is that they're probably not going to accept anything under that, and I don't want us to be underwater with the property. This is one of those situations where I don't think we're supposed to know all the answers. I think whoever has the house was meant to have the house, and what they do with it is completely up to them, and I hope it brings them as much joy and happiness as it brought our community. But this is one of those situations where we just have to say this was a really, really cool idea, but it's time for us to let this go and focus on something else. That being said, we did ultimately fundraise about $25,000-ish for the house. So now the question is, what do we do with those funds? Donations made through GFM, which if you remember, we had a whole debacle where that got taken down. We appealed it, we got it back. That's all fine and good. If you made a donation through them, I believe you can submit a request for a refund if you like. I know there were a lot of people who also donated through Venmo and PayPal, so if you would like those donations back, it might take me a hot second because there were a lot of donations through there, but we can get that sorted if you would like that back. It's all still sitting there. Now, for everybody who does not want their donation back, we as a community need to decide what we wish to do with those funds. I only have one request as y'all are brainstorming amongst yourselves in the comments, or if y'all want to use the, we have a community on IG called the Coop Kitty Community if y'all want to discuss there. My only request is that we use the funds for good. If we had been able to buy the house, those funds would have gone to buying something that would have been used for good. So since we aren't able to buy the house, I still want to use those funds for good however we can. But I want to hear your thoughts about what we should do with those funds as long as we use them for good. That is all I need from them. And I'm a little sad that this is not going to work out. I was really excited to turn this house into something good and to sprinkle little Coop Kitty lore bits throughout the house. I had an idea of getting like little tap things, like you tap your phone and it would pull up a TikTok of like something that happened right there. I thought that would have been really cool. And I actually had, oh my gosh, let me show y'all. I had a dream about doing a brick fundraiser and thought, well, that's wild. And then woke up and thought, actually, that's not a bad idea. So we were going to do a brick fundraiser. And this is the sample brick they sent me to do a Coop Kitty community garden and a memorial garden at the house. But yeah, I was really excited about this and just going to show you all this anyway, because I still think this would have been a really cool idea. But just thank you for being a part of this and dreaming with me. I feel like if you can't dream and have a little hope, then like, what do you have? And this was a dream, and it was a dream about the hope of creating something good. And I don't think that dream has to die with the house being sold. We can use the funds that we raised for good. I mean, I guess if we want to keep fundraising and do something else, we absolutely can. Christmas will be coming up soon, and we're going to be sponsoring the same school. Again, Thanksgiving is coming up. We haven't done a real Thanksgiving drive in a couple of years. I wish we could do something with this. I really think this is cool. Also, really, really love that. I talked to them for like 45 minutes. They're really awesome. So I don't know if we can do something with that, but I want to hear your thoughts. We're a community, and I want us to pull our ideas together. So what are your ideas?